We're working on a 2005 Subaru Outback. I'm going to be replacing the ball joint. I've already skipped ahead. I've removed the wheel, jacked up the car, and did all my safety extras. Jack stands, wheel chocks, things like that. Be safe, that's most important. I'm going to make this short and sweet. You've got a cotter pin that sits in here. Remove that. This bolt, I removed it enough so that it was loose. Put it back on, and then if you can bang on this knuckle, I used a wood block and a hammer. That helps to separate the control arm from the actual stud on the ball joint. And then when you do that, you just kind of put it back in there. And then very easily, I used a lot of lube, as you can see. I lubed ahead, I lubed during. I took my sweet time getting these bolts off, especially this here. This is the pinch bolt. I took my time with it because if it snaps, which it is known for snapping, it is a pain. You either have to replace the whole steering knuckle or you have to get it drilled out. So take your time, lots of lube. Next, like I said, we've got the bolt back in on the bottom here after we loosened it here. And basically what I'm going to do is right in between here there is a good pinch. That's why it's called a pinch bolt. So you can see here there's a pinch, and you can get down in there with either a big flathead screwdriver. I've got a good pry bar that I'm going to use, and it doesn't have to be a whole lot, just enough, because you don't want to warp it and you don't want to get it offset so that it won't thread back together. Alright, I'm going to do that and then show you the after product. Here's a shot of the old one and the new one. As you can see, the old one, the boot is torn and a lot of the grease is missing, and it's just really corroded. So definitely time for a change. Probably the factory originals, and then a brand new one. Nice, clean, and ready to go. I recommend cleaning inside of the knuckle. As you can see, there's some rust in there, and a good wire brush with some maybe brake cleaner will work perfect. And I'll be back after that. Alright guys, here is the finished product. Make sure you put your cotter pack in, or your cotter pin back in rather. I'm going to tighten that down a little bit more, but as you can see, everything is new. I did nick the boot a little, so be careful when you're installing. It is a little tougher when it's by yourself. I did have to manipulate the control arm a bit to get that in place, so you may have to fiddle around to get that in place. And then you do the reverse. Put your bolt on the bottom end, then you put your bolt through and make sure it's tight end to specs. You can always get that somewhere else if you need them. I hope this was a little bit helpful for you. If I feel like I can do this,